Deterministic Chaos is an exotic void machine gun added to Destiny 2 as part of the post-campaign in the Lightfall DLC. The exotic quest here takes you all around that Neon City of Neomuna, plus we get to take on an old raid but from a different angle. Well, today I'm going to walk through the quest steps in detail, plus give you some tips and tricks along the way, so you can get the Deterministic Chaos as quickly as possible in Destiny 2. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell, and roughly 95% of viewers that watch This Week in Video Games aren't subscribed. So subscribe today and never miss an update. Okay, let's dive right into the quest. So to get Deterministic Chaos, you need to pick up a quest called Unfinished Business. So once you finish the Lightfall campaign, you'll be able to pick up that quest from Nimbus, and you can find Nimbus on Neptune. So after the Lightfall campaign, you should be dropped in the right place to speak to Nimbus. But if not, check the director, select Neptune, and then you can find Nimbus or our Neomuna NPC, and drop in via the landing zone next to them. Okay, now you've picked up that Unfinished Business quest, let's have a look at how to get the Deterministic Chaos. So this one is a multi-part quest which is going to take you all over Neomuna, and roughly it takes you somewhere between an hour and 2 hours to complete it. Well, first up you want to visit the Hall of Heroes on Neomuna, and you can find the Hall of Heroes north of Nimbus. So once you visit, you'll see a cutscene, and once you finish that cutscene, you then want to go back and speak to Nimbus once again to find out why everyone left Rohan's ceremony early. Well, next up you want to collect Cypher Qubits and extract Rohan's data from the cloud accretions in Neomuna. So for the next part of the quest, basically all you need to do is kill some Vex and find some planetary materials. So when you kill Vex on Neomuna, they will drop Cypher Qubits, and you can check out the map of Neomuna, and you should see something there called the Vex Incursion Zone, and this is where there are concentrations of Vex. So basically you want to head there if you want to find lots of Vex on Neptune. So make your way to that location, there should be plenty of Vex to kill. You know, cloud accretions are the planetary material on Neomuna, and you're going to need to extract 5 using 8 Qubits each. Therefore, you're going to need to collect 40 Qubits in total and pick up 5 cloud accretions to complete this step of the quest. So one little tip here, you want to put a mod on your Ghost called Wombo Detector, and that's going to help you find planetary materials. So cloud accretions can be found on the ground around the Neon City in Neomuna. They're hidden away in the corners there, but if you put on that Ghost mod, then it's going to be much easier to find them. So good luck with finding those cloud accretions. Okay, once you've done that, next up you want to locate the final data packet in Maya's Retreat. So we did visit this location during the campaign, and here you want to battle back against the Vex and recover that data packet from the Conflux. So keep killing Vex until you can access the Conflux, then it is on to the next step of the quest. Well, next up you want to regroup with Nimbus and Osiris in the Radio Sonde. So once you've killed enough Vex and collected what you need from the Conflux, then you want to go meet Nimbus and Osiris in the Radio Sonde. So check out the map once again, and you should see a marker, so make sure you follow that. And to make your life easier, select the marker on the map screen, and then if you get lost, you can always pull out your Ghost and you'll get a hint if you can't find your way. Once you reach Nimbus and Osiris, watch their conversation, and they reveal some really interesting details about the Black Garden and the Vex, and also they discuss Rohan's notes. Well, next up we're going to check out one of the new lost sectors on Neomuna in Liming Harbour, and this is a very, very cool location, styled after an old arcade, and the environment is breakable as well, so that's really, really good stuff. But do be aware, this is a 1780 activity, so be mindful when you go in. You may have to go and level up a little bit before you do this lost sector. But once you make your way through the lost sector, kill the boss at the end, open up that chest, and you will receive a Vex Compass. So now we have our Vex Compass. I want to create that chaos in our Hesa Park to help draw the Shadow Legion away from Callus's ship. The key here is to use abilities, as that is going to grant faster progress, so use some exotic armor that helps regenerate ability energy, or you can use some mods. So look out for mods that give you ability energy back faster, plus there's plenty of exotic armor pieces that are going to help with that as well. So after creating all that chaos in our Hesa Park, it's on to the next step of the quest, and next you want to find a Seed of Silver Wings. This takes you through to Callus's ship on a familiar path that we saw in the campaign. So there's a big circular room, and here you have to activate 2 plates and defeat enemies. And once you've survived the waves of Shadow Cabal, then you're going to be awarded a Seed of Silver Wings. Well, next up we want to go and speak to Nimbus, so use that fast travel point and get back to Nimbus nice and quickly. And once we've got everything that we need, go back and speak to Nimbus, and they are going to then direct you to the mission called What Remains. Okay, final step of the quest, complete the What Remains mission. You have to complete this activity by going through the Garden of Salvation raid backwards. There's some decent mechanics in here, which are raid light, involving reflecting beams off mirrors. It is a classic video game mechanic, but it is fun all the same. So if you know your way through the Garden of Salvation raid, this one is going to be nice and easy and a trip down memory lane. But if you don't know the raid, not to worry, you should definitely try it out. Well, at the end of the mission, you will be rewarded that new exotic machine gun, the Deterministic Chaos, and then it's the fun bit, you get to try it out. Okay, next up, let's have a closer look at the Deterministic Chaos. So this one is an exotic power machine gun. It comes with the perks Heavy Metal. So while holding down the trigger, every 4th bullet becomes a heavy projectile that weakens targets on impact. And then we've got Vexadecimal. While holding down the trigger, every 4th heavy metal projectile also makes targets volatile on impact. That is really, really good stuff and great for void builds. So looking at these stats, you've got 70 for impact, 44 for range, 40 for stability, 44 for handling, 38 for reload speed. It's got 19 for airborne effectiveness. It's a 360 rounds per minute machine gun with 48 in the magazine. So given the void output of this machine gun, this one is going to go really, really well with Void 3.0 builds. So we've got a couple of Void keywords working here with Weaken and Volatile. So Actium War Rig is great for Titans. That's going to be really, really good with a machine gun and other Void elements for a build. But let me know what you think about Hunters and Warlocks. Lunafaction boots used to be really good for reloading, but I haven't tried them for some time. And you may want to use a Void-focused exotic like Nezarec Sin or Secant Filaments. You know, overall, this is a decent exotic weapon. However, it is up against some very good competition in the heavy machine gun department. You know, the Weaken and Volatile effects are very good, but I still think it's probably going to be an acquired taste exotic weapon. Well, let me know in the comments what you think about this exotic machine gun, and let me know about that quest as well. Would really love to hear what you think. Well, that is it for this guide for how to get the Deterministic Chaos in Destiny 2, and as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. Or you can check me out on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. Enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.